Hello to all you lovers out there.
People always asking us what's the tea. It ain't no tea, baby, can't you see? Loving me, loving you, loving we. Love works with Juan and G. It ain't no tea, baby.
Welcome back to part 2 of our conversation with the boss, Melissa Scott.
Let's talk about the differences with, because we always feel like the lesbians got it easy.
Right.
Y'all got like just hearing
Like
your
y'all
story,
don't have to come in
and you telling your story.
Yes,
like,
we do.
I just feel like families accept lesbians so much easier than gays. Like it's gay people. If you're gay, then that's the end all be all. But you lesbians, are like, oh, girls like girls. That's cool.
No, that's how your
My girl got a
homeboys feel.
girlfriend.
No, that's how your homeboys feel.
Okay.
That's not how your family feels. Your family feels the exact same way. I'm never gonna have no grandkids. This is against the Bible.
Right.
This is terrible. I told my mother, I wrote her a letter. And she was in like a crazy situation. She should have been like, whatever, I love you, help me. No, my mother said, oh, that's great. Okay, good. Glad you found yourself. Stay away from me and my family. Have a great life. If you need something, don't call me, call your father. Hopefully he'll be there for you. And I was like, oh shit.
Is that how your relationship is to this day?
No, my mother passed away, but no. The next day when she, I kid you not, I wake up 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, I cried all night. You gotta eat. she brings me like my favorite dish, right? But you gotta eat. It don't mean I like what you're doing, but you gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you just told me to stay away from you and your family. Now it's not even my damn family. It ain't my grandma. It ain't my cousins. It's your family. And we just never talked about it again.
That was her way of saying I accept you. I still love you.
She said, didn't accept me though. She gave me hell. She gave me hell. You dress like a man. What are you doing? Like, wear a skirt, wear this. It was always resistance. But at a minimum, she was talking to me. Yeah. So I was kind of like, all right.
She was doing the best she can.
She was doing the best she was doing the best she could. She was trying to.
Did you recognize it as such at the time, or is that?
Yeah, and I knew she was doing the best she could. This is just like, oh Lord, good God, our friend. You know what it is? It's not really what they get, what your parents feel. It's never really what your parents, because your parents probably get over it. Mm-hmm. It's about their friends. They
call absolutely. It's them coming out of that closet. What they gonna think of her? We're gonna have a child.
You put it on MySpace. You run a girl on MySpace. My friends have MySpace. I'm like, MySpace? I said, Mom, you don't even have MySpace, but my friends got it. And you on there with that girl, and now they all know. And I'm like, well, but it's not you, it's me. You are me. Mm-hmm. So basically,
that's the biggest. That's
basically,
the problem.
my mom's gay.
Well, we are different.
Right.
Mm-hmm. My mom, me being
She's
gay,
internalized
she gay.
her own experience.
No, Mom, you're not gay. Trust me. It's not you. And there's something fucked up and wrong with your goddamn friends' kids too. All right. The difference is I just love some differently, but I'm good. Your friends are being bailed out of jail, and you're loaning your friends money to get their kids out of jail. You're loaning your kids money, loaning your friends money to help them with their kids. I'm helping you help them.
They the real fucked up ones.
Yeah, get out of here.
Why do you think? Because there's a divide between the communities.
Right. I think it's the guys. I always think it's the guys. They don't like being around lesbians.
Why? Why do you think that?
It just feels like that sometimes. Because they say in the promo, you gotta remember your promoter partners say it. They be like, they come to a party, there's a bunch of girls, they don't like that shit. And I'm like,
and obviously the same thing about the women that don't want to be around us.
We don't care.
Can I tell you why I think? Why I think this is the reason why I think that black gay men do not like being around lesbians is because a lot of us are not able to be completely comfortable in the presence of women.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so I think a lot of us are very insecure about the way being gay, period. And so when we get around women, we are not so free with showing our attraction towards men or our gayness, if you will. So I think when women come around, I just think we tense up. And I just think if you live your life so long hiding your homosexuality and trying to be straight, I mean, that's like 20-something, usually for most of us it's 20-something years of trying to adapt to the straight environment. And so by the time we finally decide we're going to be gay or be outward with it, there's still 20-something years of shit we got to unprogram.
Right.
And so I think we automatically just get into a mode when we get around women that does not allow us to completely be free and run ourselves, which is why we don't like being in mixed company. It has to be all men. Because I believe when you mix it, you start seeing people post it up and just like.
Well, you know, I think there is something to that because I know when I'm around women, I do act differently. I feel like I have to be different towards the woman, like more gentlemanly,
like taking care of it.
Yeah, I have to attend to you. I have to, and so it takes me out of a comfort zone.
No, you know,
and
you're
more
right.
into like adulting, protective.
No, you're right.
Role.
No, you're right. You know why? Because when I'm around men, gay men, that are not accommodating to women, I think they fuck niggas.
Yeah.
Dead ass. Dead ass. I hate when I'm in an environment and it's a bunch of gay guys and it's girls and they push their way past these girls. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you're like 6'5". This girl's like 5'3". Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm offended. So, and I feel you. I guess it's true. Like, it is what it is. But, no. But I love partying with gay men. But I hate rude gay men. I hate that shit. But then I have to take the word gay off. I hate rude men. Just however that comes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at a gay party, I have to say rude gay men.
Right.
But I hate fucking rude men. I always feel like gay, straight. Now, true enough, if it's a male that's identifying as a transgender, I treat them like I would treat a feminine woman.
Right. Really?
I King of Maya, I hold her hand.
Yeah.
I walk across streets. If it's a puddle, I might take a jacket off and lay it on that bitch for her. You know what I'm saying? And that's how. Right. And that's how I am with transgender women that carry themselves as women. I treat them like I would treat a feminine woman as a lesbian stud. But I hate when I see gay men not show respect for feminine lesbian women. Now, my stud ass and you gay dude, we can, you know, all right, you can hold the door or not. All right, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But
what's the difference?
What do you mean?
Why do they get a pass if they don't necessarily show the same respect for a stud than they would for a feminine?
Because of the roles that we're identifying as. Like, when we're walking down the street, I'm going to stand on the outside. I want her to be straight. Number one, this is going to sound so primitive, but it is what it is. She's wearing heels. I'm not. I can push her out of the way of a moving car.
And so do you feel like
I'm saying? Like, I can.
So what I kind of hear is I feel like the difference is, although you both are females, this is a lady.
It's a lady, right?
So,
I have on long sleeves, so therefore I can probably deal without my jacket tonight. She doesn't have long sleeves. You know? Here. Yeah.
Visit Soul Bar at 254 Auburn Avenue, Northwest in Atlanta, Georgia for good food, good hookah, a good time. It's Soul Bar at 254 Auburn Avenue. Soul Bar at pal.com.
Always strained.
So what do you think it would take to get the gays and the lesbians to be all one happy family in Atlanta?
I feel like Trax did it for a while. We did it for a little while. Like, you know, when I worked with those guys, I feel like we had a 50-50 situation, Trax Girls and Trax Atlanta. I feel like we had created a nice balance between the males and the females in the LGBTQ community. You know, did you guys ever make it to Atlanta Live?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you remember that?
That's when I was first coming.
That was when I first moved to Atlanta.
That was 50-50, but now the timing was different. This is how it worked. It'd be like the girls would come in earlier, and it'd be 1,000, 1,500 girls, and then it would transition to 1,000. And it'd be 1,500 guys, 1,000 girls, and it'd be all guys, no girls. It just would flip. But you gotta remember, men physically are bigger than women. They just are. So it's difficult for me when I go to an all-boy party. No matter what, I'm always small. And I'm big in my parties. I'm the big.
You don't like being small.
I don't like being small in the party. But when I'm at the lesbian party, I'm tall. I'm 5'8".
Yeah.
They 5'1", 5'2", 4'11" sometimes. I'm walking around like, what's up?
Right.
Whereas I'll bring my girlfriend, or whoever I'm dating, to a all-male party, and I'm itty bitty, like, they go back up, move, move. You know what I'm saying?
That makes a lot of sense.
You know what I'm saying? And guys don't give a fuck. They dancing, they arms flaring,
Right.
her elbow is at my fucking eye level. Okay? And at the eye level of my girl, and that's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. Like, men are like literally physically bigger than me.
Never even thought about the physical, like literally the space you occupy.
It is bigger than myself.
It kind of throws you off your game a bit too.
Well, yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Like, we were at a party last night, Caesar for Black Ink, right? Men's party last night. And guys were kind of walking through, there were being male groupies following him. And they're just all bumping into her and shit. And I found myself like I will push you, I don't give a fuck. And if you look back at me, I'll explain why. I'm like, well, yeah, sorry. Or I'll apologize. Ooh, so sorry. Calm down, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, fuck fuck you. Yes, I did punch you. That was my fist. I punched you in the waist when you were walking by. You turned around.
I punched you in the waist.
No, it's like this guy. He's walking past her, right? And he's just like, I'm like, he acted like he didn't see her. So I was just like, you know? And he turned around like, fuck. I was like, oh shit, sorry. Oh my God. And he's like, bitch, you punched me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I was trying to turn, you know. And he's just like, oh, all right. But nah, nigga, fuck you.
And it's the territorial space. And who's the alpha in the room? And I think that's where it comes with it. I'm sure y'all have two completely different experiences.
No,
like,
I'm
saying I bet you gay men have a different experience with her than she does.
I don't know. I just want to fuck around this thing.
But I think you said it. You said like when you're in a female environment, you're the big one.
Yeah.
But then when you go into a mixed environment, you're not the big one anymore.
No.
I think that, to me, that's probably the clearest reason why.
I can tell you this. I go to a gay club with guys, right? Like, good example, we're going to VIP. Julius' birthday. I'll use him as an example. Go to the VIP section, right? We're literally the only girls, right? If you don't get your fucking ass up and let this girl sit down, it's how I feel in my mind. And I look over there, they talk like, I'm like, all right, so no. So I don't want to be like, get up. You know what I'm saying? So I will be like, get up. And Julius thinks the way that I do. He'd be like, man, get your money out, get the fuck out, what's wrong with you? Like, but as a man, like the way I would raise my son, which was probably how you legit. Like the other day when I'm talking to him, I'm walking by, he stopped. It was like, you know, just that's
my son.
You can't teach. I mean, I'm saying you can't teach it, but obviously you did. But it was a reflex for him. I opened the door for her. I didn't know that was your son. You know, opened the door for her, and he was coming out, and he was just stopped. And he was just like,
oh, that makes me
you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, but that should be gay man, straight man. That's a man's role. Period. I feel like I'm on an elevator with 50 niggas and a girl and me. It should be girl. Niggas, this is how I think. And if it's a drag queen on the elevator, I feel like it should be drag queen girls. And then me.
So it's the
then y'all.
It's not so much the gender, but it is the energy that you bring to the room.
It's manners. It's manners. It's just manners. Like you're physically, no matter what, no matter how hard I act or how soft you want to act, you're physically bigger, stronger, you're more masked than I am. You just physically.
I agree.
If we're the same height and I wear 32-30 and you wear 32-30 and we're both 5'8", he's going to weigh 30 more pounds than me. Just because. Just because. He's going to physically be stronger than me. Now, I'm not going to throw hands better than him because I'm trained, but he's physically stronger than me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with that, just the dominance of the world, like, nigga, show some manners. Like, get the goddamn door, nigga. Or, and if you don't, then I turn into this person, which makes it bad. But get the goddamn door, bitch. And then it turns into,
you won't be a bitch.
Right.
And
Now it's on.
Right.
That's part 2.
Right.
So we want to thank y'all.
I don't think you can be in love. Like, you know, people be like, I'm in love with, let's say, she is like, I'm in love with Juan, right? You can't be in love with Juan unless Juan's back in love with you. You have to be in love.
Together.
Okay? Together. Okay. In love is together. And if you're in love by yourself, it won't last longer than, I think, a little bit of time, like maybe a couple weeks or so, or a month. I think it has an expiration. You can't be in love.
Because the energy thrives off each other.
Yeah, you can't be in love, but you can love him, and he can love you. But or at your own times, but you can't be in love with him without him being back in love with you. You have to be in love is in. You're in it together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, and you can feel being in love with somebody. You can feel it. You can feel that shit. You can know what it is. Different. Makes you want to cry. Makes you want to hurt somebody that hurts that person.
Thank y'all so much for coming over Brick and Bread with us, sharing your heart, your soul, your experience. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And sharing with our audience how you make love work.
Yes.
All right. So, say thank you to the folks. Oh, y'all not talking, huh? Y'all just watching.
Good one, Juan.
Love you all.
Peace.
To all you lovers out there.
We are getting down and dirty with 2 single men here in Atlanta, Mr. Brodney McClinton, personal trainers to all the gays out there, and Mr. Trip Ali.
The thing is, when I do open up to you, I open up like 100%. So I just need to know that that's something that I can, that you're gonna value.
There's a lot of single men and they all want to be with somebody.
But see,
what is it that you think
it
it
is?
is?
I think one problem is people, their actions contradict what they really want.
Rodney is the king of diversion. He will divert from a question. He will walk all the way around it and not give you a straight answer. How do you feel about open relationships? Let us know. You're saying they'll use it. That's not true.
even
You
use
don't
it.
know that they'll do that. You're making that up. Like you are creating that in your head right now.
It has happened before.
But
That's jaded. That's
But no,
jaded.
no. Listen.
That's jaded.
It's not jaded. That's just using my past.
You know, folks these days, I think, are so enamored with the thought and idea of being in a relationship, but they don't understand the work that must be put into making a relationship successful, and they don't want to do the work. They don't realize how much work, and they don't want to put forth that effort.
People always asking us what's the tea. It ain't no tea, baby, can't you see? Loving me, loving you, loving we. Love works with Juan and G.
It ain't no tea, baby.
What's the tea?
It ain't no tea, baby.
What's the tea?
It ain't no tea, baby.
What's the tea?
It ain't no tea. Love you all.